Who's more likely to win a ring first, Lamar Jackson or Baker Mayfield?
You know, it's interesting because they're both in the same division, so it'd be interesting to see how they fare against one another head-to-head. But I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I think that Lamar Jackson has the higher trajectory and the higher ceiling as a quarterback. I know people will look at it and say that, well, Baker Mayfield is more of a traditional pocket passing quarterback that will lead to greater success because, well, Lamar Jackson's style has not been what wins Super Bowls. But I would push back on that, and I would say I beg to differ. I think he's a more athletic version. Maybe doesn't throw quite as well as Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes is a mobile quarterback that can move and make plays with his feet while throwing the ball. It's an evolution of the position. If you think about it, what are they doing in San Francisco? A mobile quarterback that can throw the ball, and Trey Lance. You look at even Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. He's a mobile quarterback that can throw the ball. The question is, will Lamar Jackson be able to throw the ball well enough to make it far enough to the Super Bowl and be able to win the Super Bowl? That's a question I can't answer. But if I'm betting on who would be able to transition to that level and to that height in their career, just based off of everything that we've seen, he's adapted and adjusted his game well enough to already have won an MVP award in the National Football League, which that's very, very rare air. It's very difficult to achieve that. So if he's still learning and he's still growing, I think it's overstated that he doesn't throw the ball as well as he should to be in that category of elite quarterbacks, especially throwing the ball. That's overstated. I think he continues to evolve. They added Sammy Watkins. They gave him another weapon. They added the kid out of Minnesota, the receiver there. I like him. Yeah, I think you got to go with Lamar Jackson on this one.
Yeah, well, we know that players don't win Super Bowls. Teams win Super Bowls. Ravens have a better team. They're top 11 defensively, offensively, and on special teams, which matters a lot. But I'm still just ever so slightly leaning to Baker Mayfield winning a ring first in Cleveland. I just think the Browns this year, they are stacked. Remember, Baker Mayfield has one playoff win. Lamar Jackson has how many playoff wins, LaVar? I forgot, after 3 trips to the postseason. I don't know. We'll have to add them up. Maybe 1. That's the answer. Like, listen, Baker Mayfield's a really good quarterback. Lamar, obviously, a better quarterback. But I think the Browns' upside with the pocket passer versus Lamar and his kind of weaknesses in the playoffs, especially if they fall behind, those numbers are well documented. He does not play well from behind. I'm going to give a slight lean to Baker Mayfield, but that's not a knock on the Ravens or Lamar. Please don't take it that way, Ric Bucher.
JMac, you were on the right trail, and then you suddenly took a hard left turn. Yes, it is about the team and the franchise as much as it is about the quarterback. Lamar Jackson is the better quarterback. We're not going to argue that. But the Baltimore Ravens are also the better organization. The Baltimore Ravens know how to build a Super Bowl team because they've done it. John Harbaugh knows how to coach a Super Bowl winning team because he has done it. Now, for all that the Browns have put together, and I admire what Stefanski and that group have put together, we're getting way over our skis about the fact that they made the playoffs for the first time since 2002, and they won their first playoff game since 1994. There's no institutional history or knowledge about how to win successfully in the postseason. And let's not make too much of the win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? The one win that they had, because the Pittsburgh Steelers came out and played that game as if they'd had a kegger in the pregame warm-up.
Yeah, no doubt.
They handed that game over at the very beginning. And then the Browns get to the Chiefs, and they get to play against a team without Patrick Mahomes, and they can't get the job done. So let's just slow our roll on how dynamic the Browns are. And you made it sound, JMac, if I'm not mistaken, like it's all or none this coming season. Like the Browns are going to win or have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl this season than the Baltimore Ravens, and that's going to determine whether Baker or Lamar wins a Super Bowl first. And I don't think that's the question. It's simply a matter of who's going to win one first. And again, because of Baltimore's history, I'm going to give them the nod over the Cleveland Browns.
Browns have Super Bowls.
All right,